So I didn't pay attention to the cover when I pulled up this volume because it's Romania Black and we're on the rule of eight. We're on the rule of eight of Land of the Lustrous, and I am terrified of the rule of eight with this series. Oh my god! So yeah, to summarize what happened last volume, Phos is going to the moon. Apparently, Phos was like, you know what? I'm not finding the answers that I want, and I can't put. I feel like that Phos was getting really upset because they were putting other gyms in danger because of their wanting to know about Adamant and the secrets. And Adamant is not budging on what their reveals are. So Phos is like, fine, if you won't tell me answers and I can't find any other way, I'm going to go to the moon. And I mean, poor Cinnabar is like, please don't do this. But it's so Cinderace, they can't come out and say not to do it. So here we are. So yeah, we ended the episode or the volume last week with Phos getting taken by the Lunarians and it all going black and the Lunarians all feeling up on Phos. Where it's going to go to, I have no clue. So that's where we're at. But but I've been told to kind of avoid the covers or paying too much attention to them because it's hard to avoid them when you buy the official manga, but not to pay too much attention to them until after the volume. So that's what we're doing. We're going to wait till after the volume and then go back to the cover and talk about the cover. But I do have a couple comments before we start. So David Garcia says that we did, and somebody on Discord had also noted this as well for Patreon. We did get a very, very brief shot of Ghost Quartz in the anime. In the very first episode, in the scene where all the gyms are lined up with Sensei in the middle, you can see Ghost Quartz on the right behind you, Clace. And somebody shared the still in the Discord, and yes, you can see Ghost Quartz and the little scythe that they have. Mind blown. I was like, damn, that was such a cool Easter egg. And it's like the studio's like, nope, we're going to include them, even though we're not going to get to them. I remember wondering back when we started the anime, they said that there was like 28 or 26 gyms. And I was like, are we going to get to all of them? No, and I don't think we've even gotten to 26. Honestly, I don't think we've gotten through everybody yet. So we're only on volume 8 of 13, so that gives some hope that we're going to get to that. Then I Swallow Apple Seeds, 927, said, sort of unrelated, but the Stranger by the Shore Yaoi movie, which they're like, do you remember that? And I was like, of course, I love Stranger by the Shore. I have the manga on my shelves. The animators that worked on the film animated a short 1-minute Land of the Lustrous anime back in 2013. If you're curious to how Land of the Lustrous would look as a 2D animated anime, I highly recommend checking it out. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be checking that out. I'm pretty excited about it. I was going to do it today and I ran out of time before I wanted to sit down and record this. So, but yeah, that's super exciting. I love that. I love Stranger by the Shore, the movie. It's beautifully animated, so I can only imagine what it looks like. And Tony Wegner said with volume 6, I'd never thought about it until your reaction, but I can totally see where the Lunarian cabin has the same aura as the lodge from Twin Peaks. I'm like, yes, so volume 6 and 7 have been so David Lynch. I'm like, oh my God, which makes me so excited and nervous for volume 8. Especially apt comparison given Lynch's views on transcendental meditation and the nature of dreams. Yes, so is Bort Dale Cooper, or maybe more realistically, Albert? Look, I just need somebody to give me a fan art of Bort with a damn fine cup of coffee and a piece of cherry pie, and we'll be set. But I love it. I love it. So yeah, and then there's like Antarcticite and the tree just roaming through. If you don't know Twin Peaks, that will make no sense. But yeah, I'm super excited for this volume. I'm also terrified of it. I went ahead and skipped to the opening page, which is page 3. So we're just gonna run through that, and then we'll go back to the manga volume cover when we're done. But in the meantime, I've talked enough. We're gonna start this volume. Thank you so much for your comments and kind words. I hope you are enjoying the manga reactions. I'm having a blast. But we're gonna start volume 8 of Land of the Lustrous, and we're gonna do that here in 3, 2, 1. 8's my lucky number, y'all. And if you don't know about the rule of 8, usually if something is 11 to 13 episodes or volumes, then the 8th one is particularly good. It is not steered me wrong. Maybe once or twice it steered me wrong, but that's been it. Every other time, boom, good. So this martini glass with the little bloop on the end of it, I don't know what to make out of that. I mean, do the Lunarians have the martini glass? It kind of looks like the basin that they catch the gemstones in, but where does what is with the little like gloopy pearl? I mean, pearls are gems, so you could argue that that's the case. They talked about the pearls being both the flesh and the bone together, so we'll see about that. Character introductions. Oh, Neptunite. Oh yeah, shrouded in mystery and doesn't speak. Okay, Neptunite. I like they're all on the lily pads. Benetoit, the model of common sense, occasionally grows anxious over an inability to figure out what Neptunite is thinking. Euclase, a quiet intellectual, props Jade up as a leader, but is the gem who really holds all the authority. Jade, Euclase is much older and provides great support. Amethyst, the twin crystals, often don't need to speak to understand each other. Alexandrite, a split personality, was rather spoiled by former partner Chrysoberyl's calm and gentle personality. Yeah, we've talked about Chrysoberyl being taken by Lunarians. Now that supposedly Phos is gone, who knows? Cairngorm, starting to get used to being forced to wear cute clothes. Stubbornly refuses to awaken to a love of them. What is this outfit that Phos has on? The hero of our story, whose body now contains almost no phospholite. Please expect great things in this volume too. What does that even mean? Show, what does that mean? The fact that they contain almost no phospholite yet is concerning. Red Barrel, in charge of clothing and accessories, formerly partnered with Aquamarine. Oh, okay. So I'm assuming Aquamarine was taken. Hemimorphite, firmly grounded enough to make up for Melon's flightiness, supposedly. I love watermelon, tourmaline. Grew up as a free spirit, as you can see. Yellow Diamond, the eldest, apparently can't forget certain things despite a strong desire to. Diamond, adorable, but still has worries. Rutile, the gym doctor, only ever thinks about Pad. KONGO sensei, the very sleepy sensei, apparently has no control over this. Periodot, very team sexy, very laid back, except when it comes to paper. Where's Bort? Bort's not in this. Sphene, team sexy, has a reputation for having scary expressions when immersed in work. Where's Bort? Cinnabar, doesn't want to see the snow defiled by venom, so does not want to patrol during the winter. I don't like the fact that Bort's not in this. This concerns me quite a bit. Okay. Synthetic Pearl. Okay, well, Pearl is a chapter title, and Pearl was on the martini glass, so I was going to say the chapters don't really mean anything, but what is this? Moon World. Oh. Did something happen? Phospholite's been taken. Oh my God. Well, that was not a good reaction. I'm sorry. What did you think? My thing is, how did Adamant not think that Phos was going to do something drastic? Like the writing has been on the wall the last how many volumes now that Phos is like, if you don't give me answers, I'm going to do something drastic. You know that Phos has a horrible habit of doing reckless things. Case in point, everything that's happened up until now. How'd you not think this was going to be an inevitability? Oh my God. What? Them all their eyes came back into focus and they let their hair down? What? Look what we got. We made a huge catch today. Here's a hint. Oh, wait, this is phospholite. Yep. You mean the variant? That's right. And we got it in one piece. That's amazing. I know, right? They're all talking. What the fudge? What a beautiful color. There are kinds of a lot of cracks, but I've got no complaints about the clarity or luster. It looks like the aphophyllite that we used to bring in all the way back when, but this one's really rare. These arms are gold, was it? What do we do with them? I think we can take them too, but I'll ask just in case. Oh shit. And then Phos, there's Phos with their eyes open. Oh my God. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh hey, it's moving, but how? We checked a million times. No way. Yeah, so you've been able to talk this whole time? Are you mocking me? Yeah, like they're all just acting normal. Like the gemstones. They're all just acting like there's no big deal. And like, Phos is like, this whole time you've been able to do this? Oh, wow. And there are snails and everything on the surface of the moon. And it's this big labyrinth. Oh my God. What the fudge? Holy shit. What is this? What? Oh. Phos is like, this is bullshit. Who is this? Who is this? Oh my God. Who is this? They kind of have eyes like adamant a little bit, don't they? Welcome. Oh, wow. To the moon world. You're a lively one. Oh. You're angry that we started talking? The thick atmosphere of your planet doesn't agree with us. It reminds us of unpleasant things in our past. So while we're down there, we hold our breath as much as possible. Where are they? Everywhere. I'm taking them back. Well, go ahead. Take as much as you like. Oh my God. Have they been using all the gemstones to make everything in their world? So, oh shit. Oh, this is a piece of Antarcticite. The eyeball and the face. Oh my God. Don't. Well, imitation Antarcticite. It's a synthetic crystal that faithfully recreates the shape the gem was when we collected it. We make them here. Think of this as your actual kin and watch. Oh my God. Oh my God, it just crunched it all up. It is still coarse at level 4. Normally we grind them at level 10, so please imagine a finer powder. We take this and spread it flat. Oh my God. And then they use the snails and stuff to spread it all out. By decorating it with all of you, we make our world beautiful. Oh. Oh my God. Someday it will shine almost as bright as a star. Now then, you're welcome to take home as much of this perfect blend of brilliant gray powder as you like. I understand you've been wanting to speak with us for some time now. What would you like to know? Wow. And this being looks so much like adamant, doesn't it? It looks so much like adamant with the kind of more masculine, like stereotypical general masculine body. Oh my God. So, adamant probably didn't want them to know about the moon. Because he didn't want them to know that all their friends were ground into dust and thrown into the sands of the moon. Yeah, that'd be a reason why you wouldn't want to know. But are they just gonna let Phos go back? A machine for prayer. Oh. We regenerate faster here. Oh shit. Oh my god. No! Oh, it has that big old sword. Oh my god. Oh. Oh. Your body is extraordinary. Surely you've grown weary of evolution. So have we. Yay! Yay! My prince! Oh, a prince! Can we put these in the altar machine? No, put them back where they belong. Oh, stingy old prince, do as I say. Ew, it's so sticky. This is hard. I don't like it. Boo. All done. A tour. Would you like one? Oh my god. What? Why are they sparing Phos? Why aren't they grinding Phos up into dust like the other gemstones? Also, this prince seems very much like adamant with the gemstones with the prince and the Lunarians. Oh my god. There's so much. This is our city. We built it from the unique metals and mineral oils that seep up from under the moon's surface. There's more on that one. You know. Come on, they're the same. The mineral oil softens at night and solidifies again in the morning. This causes the town to change shape slightly day by day. The materials for such items, such as my sword and the synthetic stones I showed you, rise to the surface along with the metals and mineral oils. You see, our world was originally part of your planet, so it has similar mineral composition. Oh, Phos. That is how we were able to so closely replicate your kind. My prince, can we crush the phospholite now? It's already falling apart. No, go away. Boo, mean old prince. Boo, boo, we're bored. Play with us. Is Prince your name? It is not my name, but it is what I am called. It was used among the animals from which we originate to refer to individuals produced by the leaders of society who shared their classification, but sometimes it was simply used to indicate an especially prominent individual. The form of address means very little. Your kind, too, use many words without knowing the original meaning. For example, school and sensei. By animals from which you originate, you mean humans. Ah, I see Ventricosus did indeed explain to you about humans. And this prince is giving Phos all the answers that they wanted, which is so opposite of sensei. And that you want to go back to being human. Oh. Oh, hey, there you are, my prince. I don't know why, but we can't keep those little squirts away from the rock. King, king, king. I smell. Oh, kin. From Phos's, the legs and everything. I heard you wanted to go back to being human. The admirabilis are hasty and jump to their own conclusions. We can talk more at leisure up ahead. This is when the mineral oil flows. Watch your step. Oh. What is this? This way. Oh, wow. And like the remnants of Phos's clothes that are left over. What is with this suit now? Wait, so the prince had this suit now? What is this? What are these stairs? What? Have a seat. Humans are a species of living creature that existed long ago. They are your ancestors as well. Because they are animals, all their functions eventually shut down and they enter a state known as death, at which point their flesh and bone components return to the planet. Meanwhile, the spirit, and we learned this at the end of human civilization, the spirit is ejected from the body and then is broken down into the purest elements of spirit, continuing through space until it arrives at a certain point in the universe. From there, it is absorbed into a realm known as an alternate universe. This much was determined through actual observation. So, oh my God. So obviously the bones and the flesh, which are the admirabilis and the gemstones, they're stuck in this plane of existence. I love that it looks like, it almost looks as if the prince is dressed up and leading Phos, who looks very feminine with the dress there in the top panel, to like having a date together. And the way that the arms and stuff are, it makes it look like a dress. Oh my God. But they're basically saying that the spirit is ejected from the body and broken down to the purest elements and continue through space until they go into an alternate universe and are possibly reborn. What? Our hypothesis is that this alternate universe is a peaceful world, a world filled with eternal nothingness, where no one becomes anyone. But only the purest spirit with all the extraneous material removed, can ever reach it. To remove those impurities, the spirit requires the prayers of a separate living human. Quality is irrelevant. A band of transformed human spirits stranded on the moon with no prayers to help them. That is what we are. So a band of transformed human spirits stranded on the moon with no prayers to help them. They're stuck on the moon and their spirits cannot. So basically he's talking about, like, you could think the alternate universe is heaven, or it's just an alternate universe, or it's a different plane of existence, but only the purest forms with everything removed can ever reach it. And to remove those impurities, the spirit requires the prayers of a living human. Quality irrelevant. So the transformed human spirits stranded on the moon with no prayers are them. So they're like, we have nobody to pray for us to go to this alternate place and free us of our impurities, so we're trapped on the moon as these human spirits. Do you understand me so far? Oh my God, I love the idea of the food and everything. And Phos is just like, and that machine was created to help us. A machine. Ah, yes, you've never heard of machines. A machine is a tool made by humans to efficiently perform their labors for them. The one you call sensei is the human's final creation, a machine made for prayer. Oh my God. Oh, because since they said they weren't human. Oh my God. The human's creation, yes. Although I understand that originally it was created from a sentimental standpoint to prevent the last human from feeling lonely. In essence, the machine is a tremendously destructive device that has the power not only to destroy the human body, but to deconstruct the spirit instantaneously. But at some point it broke down. It stopped doing what it was built to do, while we remain here, spirits who have yet to be deconstructed. And so, we have spent our days trying everything we can to think of to prod the tool into doing its job. And we don't know why, but it cares for you gems. Oh my God. And this is why Adamant didn't want to tell Phos. This is why. And they're like, we need Adamant to do his job so that we can deconstruct and move on to the other plane of existence. That's why you kidnap us. Yes. Oh, buddy. Oh, it does look like a dress. Oh my God. And everything melting. Not that I'm trying to defend the machine, but it doesn't mean to deceive you. Its programming seems to prevent it from divulging its secrets without a human's permission. Oh my God. Well, anyway, here we are, tens of thousands of years later, and we've run out of ideas on how to provoke the device. So everything that Phos was trying to do, it wasn't that Adamant was trying to deceive Phos. It literally can't answer the questions because Phos isn't human. And all of this has been to try to provoke Adamant to do what they want. And they're like, we'll keep taking the gemstones until you have no gemstones left, and then you have to come back to us. Oh my God. Oh, the melting of Phos there. If Sensei were out of the picture, would you have no reason to attack us? What a novel thought. But we can't have you merely destroying our tool. I want it fixed. Still, you make a good point. If we turn the madness up just a notch, the situation may change. We must do something to shake up the machine. If you have any ideas, I would love to hear them out. Care for a bite? This is straight up Twin Peaks. This is straight up Twin Peaks. This whole meeting, everything about it. Oh my God. This is surreal. This is wild. It will cool your head and help you think more clearly. Ooh, I don't know about that. A machine for prayer. Curse. Yeah, I don't like this chapter title being called Curse. No. What do you think? It's sticky, I see. The hour is late, but I would like to continue our discussion. Come this way. The name KONGO was chosen because it means the hardest substance in the world. I'm sure you already know the machine lives up to that name. Destroying it physically is nigh impossible. I love there's the martini glass from earlier. Its exterior is made of something called pure artificial hexagonal diamond. To think the interior would break down first. Apparently, the humans didn't give much thought to the future of their creations. No consideration at all. I believe your world has no machines because of some emotional scarring that makes KONGO unwilling to advance civilization. It would help in keeping the machine's identity secret as well. Incidentally, we have not succeeded in synthesizing pure hexagonal diamond here. For your reference, allow me to tell you some of what we have tried to provoke KONGO. In the early stages, oh my gosh, the ice cube is like that too. Also, this world is weird with the lake and the different like paintings and things and little gatherings of people. How bizarre. This feels like a weird date between the prince and Phos. It's such a weird moment. But also, I don't know if I agree with the prince saying that the inside of Sensei has deteriorated and broken down. Sensei loves them, the gemstones. So that feels like, contradicting everything that Phos had been saying was what they fought for and everything. We went through a semi-perpetual cycle of the basic pleading, discussion, persuasion, attack, groveling, and threatening suicide right in front of him. That's the whole season! We tried convincing the gems we kidnapped to work with us. Almost every one of them either self-destructed or lost its mind. Sometimes we would return the gems in that state, but when they failed to show any further movement, we retrieved them again. We manufactured synthetic gemstones to look like you, but they never gained autonomy. We saw no results after we dropped them on your planet, so we retrieved them too. We made composites of your kind and synthesized gems, and the outcome was the same. Apart from those single-shot attempts at high stimulation, we have, as you are aware, occasionally returned pieces of gemstones, though never enough to complete any of you. Those pieces were all synthesized. So the weapons that they used that were made out of bits and pieces, the bits and pieces that were taken that Rutile might have tried to use for pad, the gemstones that Karen Gorm had held onto, thinking it would eventually turn them back. So basically, they're saying that Ghost Quartz and Arcticite, all the ones that were taken to the moon, they're all dead. They're all ground up, and there's no bringing them back. As of yet, that strategy has had no effect. There's a strong possibility that the broken KONGO has not realized that those fragments are imitations. The clothing you see us wear as part of our strategy, we take the forms of entities that KONGO should bow down to. This brings us to our mid-stage strategies. So they're trying to remind KONGO of the past and trying to remind him of when he was part of the human world, right? They're trying to remind him of that. So, okay. As long-running projects, we make our moon sparkle with fragments of all of you and display it for the machine to see. Immaculate. What was that giant life form? The one you dropped on us. Oh, you mean the dog? It was something that KONGO once cared for. The device must not have had permission to prey for non-humans when it died. So its components ended up here. We took them, and after much hard work, we recreated in it what you saw. What were those little bitty things with the eyeballs? Oh, the molecular geometry puzzle game. Like the dog, KONGO seemed to care for it very much. In the end, it sided with the machine. What was the thing called the Doctor? The human female that created KONGO. So they tried to recreate the dog that KONGO had and dog loved, and the dog got to disappear. So the dog disappearing was KONGO, like, giving it its prayers, and it evaporated in the spirit. And then the little game pieces sided with KONGO, and then the doctor was the female that created him. Oh my God. We tried to create the woman too, but what you saw was the limit of our current technology. You see, all our plans have failed. After all is said and done, we are the ones who received no prayers when we were human. The wretched remains of what was already trash. With our fragmented knowledge, we can't do anything right. So they just want to be able to, like, pass on to the afterlife, and that's not possible. So they've been doing all of this stuff to trick KONGO, and it's not working. The doctor is insane. Oh my God. Oh, don't tell me you're getting yourself down again, my prince. Oh, come on. What's past is past. Don't you get tired of being depressed? There's always next time. Let's just cheer up and move on. Oh, uh-oh, my prince, you're drinking again, but you can't hold your liquor, and that's a strong drink, too. Well, excuse me, Gemstone. You were picking on our prince, weren't you? Cut it out. Our leader's very sensitive. If our prince really felt like it, you would seriously be dust in less than a second. Don't get cocky. Now, stop being rude to our guest. Go away. Boo! Boo! Why do you want to be nothing? Are things so bad the way they are? Yes. Why? I want to set them free as soon as possible. They may look like they're happy, but they're forcing it, and they're exhausted. We go to sleep at night, wake up in the morning and eat and defecate, converse with the settle disputes with, love each other and fight with one another, constantly fighting the angst that comes from never progressing, taking what little comfort we can find in imaginary problems, all in a never-ending cycle. Well, you're describing humanity, so... You're describing humanity. Oh my God. But, oh. After wandering through eternity, these natural human tendencies are an agony that no longer suits us. Yet for some unknown reason, we cling to them and we cannot fight them. It is a terrible curse. We must get KONGO working, and quickly. So yeah, I mean, the idea of the spirits, they kind of, like, you know, at least with the flesh, they go through a cycle of reproduction and then they just go. With the spirits, that are just the remnants of humanity. It's basically like if humans were immortal, but they're just like, there's nothing for them to cling to that's special to them. It's all just this never-ending cycle. Oh my God. The night grows old. Let's go. I love the architecture. The architecture is amazing. I love it. Oh. We prepared a room for you in that tower. My kind sleeps in the mineral oil, but I doubt that you would find that very pleasant, so get plenty of rest. If you need anything, please let us know. Oh yes, I should have pointed this out sooner, but that is the planet you come from. Wow! And all this time, like before we've seen that little image throughout the manga, I thought it was like a droplet of KONGO, but it's really been the Earth the whole time. Why are they keeping Phos alive, I wonder? I'm very curious, unless the prince thinks that they can use Phos to get to KONGO. I also like the idea that the spirits, like, they sleep in the mineral oils, which is interesting. You are the one who will save us. I can feel it. Wow. Okay. So that's why the prince is like, we're going to keep you alive because you seem like you can be the one to do the thing. This is heartbreaking. Not a single thing is anything like I expected. What do I do? The only thing I can do is think. I love the lotus blossom there on the bed. Think. If I let my senses come back to me, I'll fall apart. This is horrible because it's like, yeah, there's no Antarcticide or ghost quartz to save. Oh. Poor Phos. Synthetic pearl. Why does Phos have a stomach rumbling? Aren't they? Oh, it's them. Oh my God. Oh my God. Smell royalty, but they're gone. Oh, is that what this is about? I'm sorry. I've just got some shell I got from Ventricosis. Well, good morning. Ah! Starting today, I'll be monitoring taking care of your every need. My name is Cicada. Nice to meet you. I'm going to be monitoring you. I mean, taking care of you. Oh my God. Honorable Fosbogi? Honorable Posy. Fight. I have already a message for you from our prince. I see. Quite the talent, this one. You are to attend a meeting every afternoon at 6. Oh, how do I mean? I understand. They're like, why? In the meantime, I will show you around our moon and our world facilities. But first, these are for you. They are pieces of your tummy, Great Hoss. You have nothing to worry about. I will repair you. No, that's okay. I can do it myself. Oh, please, don't hold back on my account. You're a strong one, aren't you? This way. Okay, so... All right. Oh my God, all of them following. I can't let you in. I said no. You're dismissed? That was amazing. It's this way. Insane. Wow, they're all pendulums, aren't they? Or no, this is the synthetic gemstone manufactory. Up ahead, and they're reading the brochure. They don't even know where they're going. Is the split sphere high pressure apparatus for synthesizing diamond. Give me that. I can't read it. Shall I explain it to you? Welcome, Phospholite. Oh my God. I love the idea that the gemstones world was so simple and this is so advanced, but they've had 10,000 years to just, it's like human advancement as far as it can go, but they're all spirits. We put a mixture of carbon and 8 types of metal in the center of the apparatus and expose it to extremely high temperatures and pressurize to synthesize large diamonds. The cylinder you see past it is the seed crystal device for growing corundum, and beyond that you'll see the hydrothermal synthesis device for creating beryl. Further down you'll see the synthesis devices suited for the properties of chrysoberyl and other various gemstones. That was Alex's partner, wasn't it? On the lower floor, our artisans are processing the synthetic gems to prepare them for their respective applications. Poor quality, unstable gems immediately melt in the atmosphere, so we use them mainly for arrowheads and spears. So, yeah, all of the weapons they've been using weren't actually the gems from their friends, they were synthetic. For the replicas of you and your kind, our best artisans process the finest material quality into the same shape the originals were in when we harvested them. Is there any way to tell them apart from us? The originals have the inclusions. We do infuse them with imitation inclusions to deceive KONGO, but they don't have the same qualities as your natural ones. I see. It seems like you're working hard. I can't tell if Phos is just pissed or just defeated. Oh, pardon my saying so, but I have never met such an unusual gem. You are the first stone we've met who has been so cooperative. Well, I haven't decided to cooperate yet. I see. Noble Phos, let's move on. Next is our test site for human synthesis. Oh. It says humans are pretty watery. They're actually made up of 70% water. Wow. Oh, that fluttery white scummy thing. That is what makes up a human. Is it supposed to be a sperm or... I feel sick. Oh, I know the feeling. I don't really like it here either, but there's always weird music playing. Let's take a break. Your name is Cicada. What's the prince's name? The Honorable Hmia. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that. Why not? Apparently it's embarrassing to have a name. Sounds like a pain for both of you. Aren't you embarrassed to have a name? We get our names after begging. After begging our prince for them. So, hey, be nice, you two. We get our names after begging our prince for them. So they are our treasures. We all feel that way. Really? I'm surprised you all trust him so much. Well, of course, we love our prince. This all sounds so familiar. Yes! Because, yeah, it's just like when Hongo gave them, where KONGO, Adamant gave them all their names too. Although, I will say Adamant was not building a gem factory, but please don't tell our prince that you heard that name. Okay. Trust, huh? Cicada, where is your prince? Oh, interesting. Hmia. Interesting. You're early. I'm terribly sorry it's no trouble. I apologize for my appearance. I suppose this is urgent. There's one thing that I'm pretty sure Sensei has yet to experience. And that is our betrayal. I'll talk to my fellow gems and convince them to come to the moon with me. Ah. So you propose to return to your planet, find gems who are willing to cooperate, and bring them here. Am I understanding correctly? Yes. And the odds are there is a chance. I understand. I'll say it's worth a try. But if you will be crossing to the other side, then I must insist on keeping an eye on you. What? Oh, shit. Oh, ew. Oh. Oh. Oh, wow. Also, the fact that Phos is in like that bodysuit now. Oh my god, it took an eye. This is a synthetic pearl, the culmination of all our knowledge. It will keep track of all your movements. Now, let's start making the arrangements. I feel sick. Like, that's just another part of Phos that they took out. Another part of Phos. Like, there's gonna be nothing of Phos left by the end of this series. Oh. Wow. Yeah, you can tell it's a different eye. Oh, wow. And there's great Phos. Wow. And there's this outfit. Okay. And the sword, the pearl sword. Wow. Okay. You look wonderful. Honestly, I wasn't sure how I felt about you wandering around half naked all the time. This is such a relief. Look who's talking. Are you feeling better? No. Are you really coming with me? Yes, I am. Is that a good idea? Well, whatever. Let's go. Oh my gosh. So I don't know how Cicada going with Phos is going to lead to anything good, because like how is that going to convince the others unless it becomes like a little cicada once it gets back to the other planet, kind of like what Ventry did when she got back to their planet. But so Phos is being sent back as a spy to try to convince Ongo to do their job, and they have this bitchin' new outfit. How is this not going to be suspicious? And the eye getting taken out, like, just stop taking pieces of Phos. Quit it. I'm just, oh my god. Crossroads. Cicada, how long was I on the moon? 49 days. It's a little soon to be going back. And it's too soon to trust Achmea. Or Achmea. I doubt I managed to get everything out of him yet. But at least I know that for the time being, the Lunarians' goal is to get their prayer machine working again, so they can turn into nothing. And as long as it looks like I'm sincerely helping them, they won't have a reason to take any of us away. I wish I could tell the other gems the truth. But no one would believe that Sensei is a tool. Moreover, a broken down tool, made by animals from the past. Instead, they'll think my time on the moon drove me crazy, and they'll mark me as an enemy, and if that happens, I won't be able to have a normal conversation. I'll have to start by working carefully but quickly to rip them away from Sensei. The sad part about this is that what Phos is doing in saying like, oh, I can't just tell them about all the truths, so I'll just have to keep it all a secret so I can have a conversation with them. But I can't tell them, like, that's literally what Sensei did. And the fact that Phos believes that Sensei is this broken down tool, when before we all theorized that Sensei was a god, like, just it's so wild. Oh, we're here? That was fast. I didn't get to see this on my way to the moon. There's no color because of the camouflage membrane. I'm impressed. The other thing I should do is get some of that lunar technology. If we can get Sensei working again in the war, then I'll negotiate with Achmea to give me some payment for my cooperation. If the moon has technology that advanced, maybe we can rebuild everyone from sand and get the venom out of Cinnabar. Anyway, the first step is the most important. I have to get them all away somehow. If I can do that, if I can't do that, I'll be moon sand. Wow, I'm nervous. Oh, are you sure you'll be okay? I'm pretty sure that everyone really is going to try to defeat you, so the mission's not making you anxious or... Oh my god, no! Oh, I guess you'll be fine. Oh, now it looks like... Oh my god, the fact that they're all posing and holding their breath and doing this. Oh my god. But yeah, I'm just like, I am a little concerned because Phos is like, well, I'll be able to make deals with Achmea. And I'm like, no, you're not. Once Achmea gets like KONGO to do what he wants, and then if nothing happens, they're going to turn you all into dust. Like, they're not going to make deals with you. I'm like, no, that's just not how humans work. Oh, I get it. I'll be all right. I'll make it work. Okay. Wow. There's color now. So this black spot is a special effect you added when you break the camouflage membrane to make it look like you appear out of nowhere. That's an impressively elaborate way to harass us. Well, see you later. Also, it is not lost on me that the Lunarian thing opening up looks like a literal vagina, and that Phos is being rebirthed with all this new knowledge out of the Lunarian thing. You know, when the Lunarians stayed away for so long, that means they should come up any minute, right? That makes me even more nervous. So just get here already. If you can't show us where show up where Bort will find you. Okay, Bort's still good. Maybe it's taking them a long time to decorate with their new catch because Phos is so soft. The scariest thing just randomly pop out of your mouth. But seriously, what do they do to us when they take us to the moon? What do they do to decorate what do they do to decorate other than make weapons? Let's not talk about this. Yeah, you don't want to talk about this. You don't want to know what's happened. Oh, Mel and Hemi there. An upside down black spot. There, down. Oh. Wow. Phos looks super, like the showing the nude, like the bottom, like their butt and everything in the water. And they're all decorated that way. It's awfully Fossy. Oh, don't. Wait. Okay. To make it look like. And then there's Cicada. A new type. That one's definitely going to be tough. Why does it all happen at once? Maybe it's a little too hard, too much for us younger gyms to handle. Well, safety first, we'll call Sensei. Oh no, the Fossy thing. Let's do this. We'll fight with the power of our youth. Oh my god, it's all like a big charade. Oh. Wow. Come on, young gyms, let's go. And then Bort. Oh my gosh. I know. Oh shit. And then Phos being able to see as it's dragging him back up. And then there's Sensei. Wow, Sensei being a robot now and being this innocent being, it is making me feel so guilty for being so suspicious of him. It's making me feel so guilty. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's a Fossy thing. It's Phos, isn't it? Oh. You came back. Yes, Sensei. I see. Oh my god, him collapsing on the shore. I'm so glad. Oh. Oh, now I feel so bad for him. Oh my god. Ah! What is this with the prince and Hope? With the little plushes? Or who is that? Who's that supposed to be? Oh, it's Cairngorm. Oh, okay. All right. This is not a dream. Oh, stay away. Stay away. You're scaring me. What are you wearing? Those clothes. This sword. That eyeball. Rutile's like, I want to take it out. What happened on the moon? Could you do this somewhere else? I don't remember. Okay, well, I'm glad Rutile noticed the eyeball was fake. I'm glad that Rutile immediately noticed. And of course, Red Barrel's like, we're going to recreate those clothes for everyone. I don't remember. Well, that's a very Phos-like answer. Should have seen that coming. That's Phos's special skill. Well, remember. Stop it, Lex. The moon. You see, you're making Phos stupid again. These clothes don't disappear. Why is that? How'd you get back? So about that big Lunarian. I think we should take this a little bit at a time. Hilarious urchins. Urchins? There were sea urchins on the moon? No. And Phos has totally lost it. Do you remember anything? Back from being stupid, what a relief. The moon is a mysterious place where everything is white, I think. They had a what's-it thing called a what's-a thingy, and they did stuff. Well, I don't understand a word, and I think there were things. Lots of things I'd never seen before. That sounds kind of awesome. I mean, that's not a lie. Did you see any other gems? I think I saw some. But it's not like I talked to them or anything. I'm sorry I can't give you any better information. That is Phos. That is so cold. You basically saw the whole surface of the moon was made out of them. That's not a lie, but it's a lie. Oh my God. Be nice, you two. Come to think of it, Sensei. He usually calls us all together to explain what happened. Yeah, I was wondering about that. Phos, did you hear anything? No. Sensei hasn't said anything to me since I'm glad you're back on the beach. Well, anyway, it's a shame you don't remember anything, but at any rate, we're glad you're okay. You look a little different, but you're still Phos on the inside. Uh-huh. This is the first time any of us has come back from the moon in one piece. Well, you're amazing, Phos. Yeah. You're our ray of hope. Do you really not remember? What's so crazy is that Phos is like, oh, well, we could all be fine if we just give up Sensei. But I'm like, Sensei is literally the only thing keeping you safe. So if you give him up, the moon people are not going to leave you alone. Like, Phos, what are we doing? Oh my God. Yes. Wow, you're annoying. Lapis could tell a lie with a straight face and no one would know the truth for 100 years. You're a terrible liar, but I don't trust you. Oh, Lapis. So Lapis is why. You're such a good actor, Karen Gorm. Oh, you're kidding, right? I don't mean stop that. Whatever. I'm supposed to be activating. I don't want to hear anything that's going to keep me awake. If there's no rush, then remember what you have to by autumn. Oh, come on. Talk to me. Let's have a quiz game to see if I remember anything. You're such a pest. I'm going to bed. The answer is, I do remember. I was going to do it all by myself. But after talking to you, I started to want your help. And I don't know what to do. Does Adamant actually know things or not? Hey, Sensei, what? Don't you have any questions for me or anything? No. What? No, wait. You must have a ton of things to say, like how I can't keep wearing these clothes, or like all the mistakes. I see no problems. Is it true you were a tool made by the humans? Oh, the pillar with the cracks in between them? Oh, the symbolism. Yes, it's true. Just like that. Don't you want to know where I found out or who told me? No. Are you mocking me? No. Why? Don't you want to know why I came back? No. I'm just happy just knowing that you are back. They just wanted Phos back. They don't care about all the humanly ordeals and all that. They just wanted Phos back so they weren't lonely. Oh my God. I can't get a single reaction. So you don't care if I go to the moon. You don't care what I do. Is that what you're saying? Well, no, you didn't want to. He wanted you back, but of course it makes perfect sense. Even HMIA's most cunning, ruthless plots have been eternally useless against the stubborn lunk. It may be that our betrayal won't even faze the blockhead. No, I won't know until I try. I'm like, Phos, you want to appease to the Lunarians so that you can make your other fellow gemstones safe, and I'm just like, I'm so amazed that Phos, who was so adamant about, no pun intended, about bringing back Antarcticite and Ghost Quartz, now that they know there's no chance of that, rather than getting pissed at the Lunarians and doubling down with adamant and protecting them against the Lunarians, now Phos is trying to like convince Sensei to go back. I'm like, what? I'm like, I was thinking that Phos would double down and betray HMIA and protect the gemstones, but that doesn't look like to be the case. And I'm like, Phos, I don't know if that's a great idea. Let's get started. Your left eye won't close. The eyeball is probably made of pearl. Layers of aragonite that form when a foreign substance enters a seashell. Is it from the moon? That's my rutile. Mind if I gouge it out for a second? Oh, gouge, sure. On the moon, I saw technology for synthesizing gems. They were making gemstone after gemstone with no inclusions. It made me think of Paradsha. That's how you're going to convince Rutile to go to the moon, because of all the synthetic gems that could be used to bring Pad back. Phos, are you going to end up being the damn Pied Piper and ruining everything? Are you going to end up destroying everybody because you're being used by the Lunarians? Son of a bitch. That's just something I remembered. Are you saying Pad Paradsha could get treatment on the moon? Well, no, I have no idea about that, but I saw a lot of tools that I didn't recognize on the moon and technology I'd never heard of. You know what? For now, I'm going to hang on to this eyeball and see how things go. Phos is going to doom them all. And it's like, no, you're freaking Icarus flying too close to the sun. Oh my God. Pick at their weaknesses and get them to act for themselves. It's the only way I could think of to arouse the least amount of suspicion. But still, it's a rotten way to go. I can't go moping about every little problem. 28, no, it's 27 now. In 27 days, Cicada will come for us. I have to hurry. The original Phos from back in volume 1 would never have been talking about picking at their weaknesses to get them to betray Sensei. Like, the Phos that was like, we're fighting these Lunarians because we love you, would never have done this. I'm like, Phos, what the fudge? Why is Phos becoming Aaron Hager? Since Karen Gorm is asleep, I was thinking I'd just go ahead and patrol by myself wherever I wanted to go. Permission granted. Oh, just like that? You're kidding. Are you sure? Are you feeling up to it? Well, yes, then I see no problem. There's that love again. Well, in that case, I'm off. There's that love again. Sensei's waiting to see if I'll sink myself, huh? I know Sensei is barely giving me a second glance these days, but to let me run free when I'm obviously acting suspicious, what is that rockhead thinking? Sensei must be confident. Well, that makes sense. KONGO is the hardest substance in the world. And I swear I will crush it. Why is Phos doing this? Phos is some... I wish Cinnabar would be like, you are not the Phos that we all know. Like, this isn't you. I don't know if it's the pearl or if it's just Phos transforming, or if it's like this cautionary tale of hubris and Phos getting too close to the moon instead of the sun. We want to hear more about the moon. Do you remember anything? Oh, well, good question. The ground on the moon is slippery, and I feel that there were a lot of round things lying around. For being so disgusting, that information is awfully useless. I knew I never wanted to go there. It's creepy, right? But I guess it's pretty much what I pictured. That sounds so weird. I can't even imagine it. Well, that's all I got. The sun's so high. Back to the beach. It took too long to find Phos. I was giving my regards to the jellyfish. Benito, let's go. Shouldn't you go too? I have a free day. Yellow. Asked to take a break today. I'm a little worried. I see I'd be worried too. So Phos, I bet you really remember all kinds of things from the moon. But you're so nice, you're pretending to forget and only telling us a little at a time so you don't scare the other gems. Am I wrong? I'm not afraid to hear about the moon. I want to go to a place without Bort. Don't be destroying my Bort and Diamond ship. No. I tried everything I could think of, but I never could change. Never mind. If I remember anything that could help you, Dia, I'll tell you right away. Well, thank you. I'm looking forward to it. I don't want Dia to go to the moon. She'll be crushed. Yellow. Oh, it's you, Phos. Your eye glows. I know. It's disgusting. Dia was worried about you. Yeah. And you came back. That means there's hope for the others, too. Of course, maybe you're just special, so maybe there is no hope. And you're not nothing, and you're nothing if not special. I totally get it, but still, it's all I can think about. I can't concentrate on battle, and Hope can be a dangerous thing. Do you want to see them? I want to apologize. Ruby, sapphire, green diamond, pink topaz. Even if they can't come back like you did, I at least want to talk to them one more time. The diamond family is special. Thanks. If I remember anything about the moon, I'll tell you. Oh my god. So I've got Daya and Yellow, and Rutile should be willing to... I'm like, what? This is the exact opposite of... Oh my god. I like Phos. Phos betraying everything is just so wild. Phos becoming the villain in this series is just not what was on my bingo card. Oh my god. I have a good chance with Lex, Fiend, and Peridot for the same reason as Yellow. Red Barrel would probably have an interest in lunar fashion, and Benito seems surprisingly curious about the moon. If I can get 2 gems every 2 days, that's good progress. I might not get everyone, but I can get 10, maybe even half of us. Cinnabar. You're a careful gem. You'll probably get mad and tell me there are too many uncertainties. So I'll save you for last. Why? Oh! Phos, a black spot. The big one we saw 2-3 days back. It's back. On the West Coast, I'll go get Sensei. That wasn't our deal. Oh, you really think that they're going to keep up a deal with you? No. Suspicion. I'm just, why is Phos and Cinnabar not together? Why are we doing this? Oh my god. Ah! Oh, okay. But there's that sword. I'll take care of it. Oh. Oh, Phos. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, the hole in the tube. Oh, that's how it's speaking to Phos. I was so worried I had to come back. We can't breathe here, so I talked it over with our prince and got this staff made. It lets us talk while we fight. Isn't it amazing? That's our prince for you. I like it has like the 2 little like bunny ears almost, but it also kind of looks like Phos's hair too. Illustrious Phos, is the mission going well? I can see the unreadable look on Aichmia's face. I'm glad to hear it. I'll see you later as planned. Oh. Phos, we did it! Are you okay? I'll go get Rutile. I think so. You fell into the sea when you came back too, but your powder didn't come off. Oh, you're right. It's not resin, so it must be moon technology. Huh, that's incredible. Benito. Are you interested in the moon? Not especially. I wouldn't say interested, but they are the enemy after all. Some gems are like that. It's just, I mean, I'm pretty much the most normal of all of us, right? And the Lunarians are as abnormal as you can get. I guess I admire them. Nepti is like really weird, you know? Nepti is really weird. See? We spend so much time together, I started to wonder, is there a point in being normal? And sometimes I lose all faith in myself. But don't tell Nepti, okay? I won't. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. But I'm like, Phos, you are leading all these gemstones to their deaths. If you take them to the moon, they're just going to get crushed up. Like, are you okay with this? What the fudge? Lately, I've noticed that Lex is acting strange. I went to see why that gem hasn't emerged from the dorms. I found Lex staring into space, hair flashing different colors. I tried to say something, but I didn't get a response. Sphene, Peridot, and Red Barrel have all been making uncharacteristic mistakes too. I've gotten reports they're out of materials. I didn't want to say it. Oh, this is Euclase and Jade. I didn't want to say it, but you think it's when Phos started coming back? Yes. More specifically, when they started hearing Phos's stories. Don't you agree? So they're all getting so tempted, and it's breaking down their like little humdrum, like all Phos is tearing down the structure of everything they've built and have kept. Congo basically had them have this little paradise for tens of thousands of years, and it's all breaking down by the temptation of humanity, the temptation of the moon. Oh my God. And then there was one last one, and I put it in my mouth, and it was kind of gooey and sticky, and I wonder what it was. You put an unknown substance in your mouth? That's so gross. What are you telling them tonight? Oh, you Clace. I'm glad to see your memories are back, but if we don't all share the same information, imaginations will run different directions and make the gyms nervous. Out of consideration for your health, Sensei says you don't need to report, but I wish you would tell us before giving random bits of information to everyone. Oh, so they're suspicious of Phos. We know you must be feeling uneasy too, Phos, and we're sorry. Oh, you Clace! Don't stay up too late. We won't. I knew Phos's stories were dangerous. They are? Phos never says if the moon is good or bad, so it's up to the listener to decide. They all start picturing the moon that works best for them. I remember another gym who always seemed to be testing us. Lapis Lazuli. Lapis was really clever and kind, but in some ways that gym made me worry. It was like the genius had more fun satisfying intellectual curiosity than using any of that brilliance for the good of us all. And it's only to be expected that Phos would inherit that quality along with Lapis's head. But I sense more to it than that. I have a crazy thought that's also very sad. Is the gym who came back from the moon really Phos? Yeah, because this Phos is not acting like the Phos that we knew, but Phos has been slowly transforming and evolving over the entire series ever since Antarcticite. So I have no doubt that Phos and Lapis Lazuli have combined at this point. And if Lapis Lazuli's intellectualism is dominant, then yeah, it definitely feels like that. And then now you have the piece of the Lunarians with the pearl eye and everything else. So it's like, is Phos even in there anymore? Oh, that makes me want to cry. The Lunarians say the moon was part of our planet a very long time ago, but their landscape and way of life are so much different from ours. Well, maybe if we spent some time on the moon, we would have a completely different personality too. That could be 80. It doesn't really matter. Oh wait, it actually does. We've been together since birth, so it's scary to think of us being taken to the moon together. But what scares me the most is the thought of being separated. Lately, I've been wondering if there's a safe way to practice being apart. I haven't told 80, though. I'll think of one. You will? Thank you. Oh my God. I can't. Dia, Yellow, Rutile, Lex, Fiend, Peridot, Red Barrel, Benito, Amethyst, 33. I could definitely stand to work harder on some of them, but Yuka's on to me. I have to call it good. All right. Oh my God. Parting. Yeah, Cinnabar is not going to be up for any of this at all. Oh, wow. That shot. Now it's happened. A gem has come back from the moon. You heard that, huh? It turns out Sensei was a tool for humans. Humans are creatures that existed in the past. The Lunarians say that humans made Sensei work for them. How are you doing so far? Yeah, that figures. So just wait until I'm finished. Apparently, the Lunarians are trying to get Sensei to work as that tool. But unlike any of the tools we know, Sensei is sentient, as you are aware, so it's not going very well. They kidnap us to provoke Sensei, and they're trying to force their tool to get us to get to work by inspiring anger, slowly taking everything our leader loves. I'm going back to the moon in 3 days. If we go to the moon by our own free choice, we'll shock Sensei's system like never before. And we can make the Lunarians' wish come true. I bet we'll be able to change in a big way. Yeah, Cinnabar ain't buying any of this. Come with me this time. Come with me and Dia and Yellow and the others. But I'd feel bad for Sensei. I'm not going. Oh my God. That's so stupid! Sensei wasn't born the same way as us. We were never even related. We only followed the Rockhead because we're not strong enough to fight back. Why should we have to feel any sympathy for that jerk? All Sensei did for us was drag us into this big war. Just, Cinnabar, are you listening to me? Shut up. Not so loud when we're by the school, you'll wake every gym up. I'm sorry, but I'm not finished. The Lunarians only want Sensei. It has nothing to do with us. In fact, we're in danger just by being close to Sensei. Besides, the moon isn't all that bad. I've seen it. Everyone loves you. Even the Lunarians. You don't understand what it's like to be alone. I'm going back to the moon before daybreak. Phos saying the moon isn't that bad when they've seen Antarcticite and the others crushed up into tiny moon dust is wild. On the moon, they can stop the venom from coming out of you. Do you still want to stay? That's a lie. You don't know that. I still want to stay. Cinnabar, what happened? What do I do? Where did I go wrong? Never mind that. There's no time. Dia, when the moon starts to sink towards the horizon, come to the Cape of Emptiness. Now I just need Cairngorm. I'm going back to the moon. Okay, take care. I want you to come with me. No. Please, 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 please. No, what the annoyingness. Don't touch me. You'll hurt someone. Are you serious? Yes. Can we come right back? Nope. Then, seriously speaking, I can't. Somebody has to take winter duty. Well, that's okay. Anybody can do winter duty once they get used to it. You seriously, 100 years of my life. You're exactly like Lapis when you get like that, and I hate it so much. Okay, off we go. What now? You're not giving me much choice, are you? Oh my God. But Dia and all of them. And Pad. Oh, let's go. Oh, I don't get a good feeling of this at all. I don't get a good feeling of this at all. Land of the loungewear. Why do you always make me wear this stuff just to sleep in? Just to sleep in? I said nothing. It's not what you think. Oh, it's just that without Ghost, you're a little smaller than everyone else. You know, it takes a different concept and balance. It's not exactly easy. But I super love the challenge. Oh, happy there. Don't look at me like that. You put it on me. You do this every year and it hurts my feelings. I can't sleep. Oh, you can and you will. Oh my God. Translation notes. Care for a bite. While the consequences of Phos's actions here remain to be seen, myths and legends from all over the world have it that eating food from the land of the dead seals the diner's fate, preventing them from ever returning to the land of the living. In Japanese mythology, the practice is called Yomotsuhegui, meaning eating from the kitchen of Yomi. The most famous figure to have done this was Izanami, the mother of Japanese deities, who was unable to return with her husband and thence became the queen of the Yomi, the underworld. That literally makes Phos, like, if you have the prince offering Phos the food of the dead, does that make Phos now like the queen of the dead? Is Phos going to become like part of the Lunarians and part of the underworld to kill all of the gemstones? Oh my God. Yeah, this literally was like a villain origin story volume. Hexagonal diamond. Hexagonal diamond, also known as Lonsdaleite, is the name, as the name suggests, is a diamond with a hexagonal crystal structure as opposed to regular diamonds, which are cubic. The gem was first discovered in meteorites, where the impact of hitting the Earth from space created enough pressure to transform the graphite of the meteorite into diamond. Since this discovery, science has learned how to synthesize lonsdaleite in the lab, and while impurities will reduce the hardness of the mineral, pure hexagonal diamond has been tested to be significantly harder than regular diamonds. Synthetic gems versus the real ones. Synthetic is a fancy word meaning not created by nature, and in the case of the gemstones, the term has a reputation referring to fakes. However, in reality, a synthesized gemstone created in a lab can be identical in appearance and chemical makeup to the naturally formed counterparts, and are therefore every bit as real. This would be why KONGO may have a difficult time telling the difference between moon-made clones and the real Lustrous. Lunarian fashion. As a machine made for prayer, it is fitting that KONGO would be designed to look like a priest. Specifically, he dresses in the style of a Japanese Buddhist monk. Hence, when the Lunarians come to Earth, they take the forms of Buddhas and Bodhi. So that's why they look like that. So they do change their appearance to appease and try to appeal to KONGO. Okay. Cicada. In China, cicadas represent rebirth, meaning because of the life cycle. The young cicadas drop from the tree branches to live underground until they emerge, sometimes years later, at which point they go high into the trees and shed their outer skin for one more time before they become adults. In Japan, because the life of the adult cicada is so short, the insect is a symbol of transience and the impermanence of all things. Which, yeah, we had a bunch of cicadas come through this summer. They were everywhere. So, totally understand that. 49 days. Some schools of Buddhism believe in an intermediate period between death and reincarnation that lasts 7 weeks. Japanese Buddhists have that the spirit spends this time wandering the afterlife before returning to the world of the living, which is the amount of time Phos was gone to the moon and came back to the gemstones, waiting to see if I'll sink myself. When someone is suspected of wrongdoing, sometimes the strategy to catch them is to let them do their own thing until they get themselves into trouble, or lead investigators to enough evidence to convict them. The Japanese word for this is oyogeseru, which literally means to let swim. Oh, wow. And then when Phos with the jellyfish. Lunarian rabbit ears. The reader may have noticed that most Lunarians have what appear to be rabbit ears protruding from their hair. This may be because, according to Japanese tradition, the moon is home to rabbits. Specifically, the craters on the moon form an image that from Earth looks like a rabbit pounding mochi rice cakes. Oh, so the rabbit ears and everything are just to, oh my God. Are just to give that appearance. Oh, wow. So there's is this like a body and everything with the crystals? Oh my God, I want to go back to the cover now. I am floored by this volume. What the fudge, show? Oh my God. Oh, wow. There's the pearl sword and they have the new outfit on. And the idea of the crown of thorns, like Phos became Judas in this volume. What the fudge? And they all kind of have similar outfits. Oh my God. The thing about it is that I don't know if KONGO being alone is going to make the Lunarians get what they want, because it's like their whole thing is believing if they can like break Sensei from having this relationship with the gems, then it's possible they'll get him to do the prayer that they want. But the idea that Phos, it's just like everything broke down for Phos. They realized they went to the moon, learned the truth. It completely destroyed them. They realized that the animals have been made to like ground out the moon and make it this beautiful, beautiful paradise that's not a paradise at all. They all want to transcend into the ethereal plane, into the alternate universe, to be reborn or to exist in nothingness because they're tired of this world. And the fact that Phos lost all of their fellow gemstones, oh my God. Oh my God. I cannot. The prince character is insane, and he seems like he wants to lead the charge for them all to leave, but It's wild to me, like all this extravagance and all the pearls and the idea of Phos being brought there with them and looking like they're in a gown and being taken like up to like the little strands of them remaining being taken on a date and dined by Hades. And I'm like, did Phos and the Prince become a ship in this volume? Because I was supporting Phos and Cinnabar so hard. But now it looks like they're going to become enemies because Cinnabar is going to be like, I'm not leaving. I feel like in this moment, Lapis Lazuli has taken over a lot of Phos and made them try to deceive everyone. And Euclase is onto it, which I love Euclase in this volume, that they seem to be onto it. And the fact that Phos goes to see Cinnabar and Cinnabar is like, you don't understand. What you're doing to Adamant is trying to make him lonely, to break him and drive him crazy. And Cinnabar's like, do you realize, like, my whole thing, I feel like Cinnabar is so heartbroken because, and I don't blame Cinnabar, because Cinnabar's like, the whole point was for you to find me a job and to find me something to make me have purpose and not feel so lonely. You've completely abandoned that, Phos, if it's even Phos anymore. How much is Lapis Lazuli? How much is Phos? How much is the pearl? How much is the alloy? Is it even Phos anymore? Can't we just call them Phos by name? But is that really them? But because Phos's head has been ground up into the sand. So Cinnabar's like, your mission has completely changed from what you told me from the beginning. And not only that, but you also are wanting to take someone you loved, which was KONGO, and make him be completely alone, to shatter him so that he'll break down to help the Lunarians. That you think the Lunarians are just going to leave us alone after they get what they want. And then what? Would that be worth it? And Cinnabar's like, I don't think that's worth it. I'm not going. So I'm just waiting for Phos. Like Phos's outburst where they're like, what? Why would you do that? Like that feels like Phos. But I feel like Cinnabar's like, no. I'm not going to go. I'm not going to leave KONGO alone. And Phos just doesn't get it anymore. It's like, where'd I go wrong? It's like, well, you're not Phos anymore. Oh my God. I'm just stunned. I am just stunned, y'all. I felt sick to my stomach as well throughout this entire thing because I honestly was surprised because Phos was like, I feel sick. Like, I feel sick. Them trying to recreate humans, them trying to, like, they try to ground up all the gemstones, them trying to, like, mess with human experimentation. Like, when Phos was like, I feel sick, I was like, yeah. And I thought when Phos got back, they would double down and try to tell the gemstones to get them to be like, we should fight the Lunarians. But a part of me is like, Phos probably realizes, one, they don't have the technology. The Lunarians have all this technology. They just have KONGO. But the thing is, the one thing that could protect them is what Phos is trying to give up. And it's like, what? I don't think I'm going to be able to wait for Volume 9. By the way, I don't think I'm going to be able to wait for Volume 9. I don't think I'm going to be able to. I just don't think it's going to happen. So, anyway, this volume floored me. And I know there's probably still stuff we don't understand and there's still stuff to come, but I'm like, if Phos leads Yellow Diamond and Diamond to the moon, Diamond, who we didn't see Bort at all this volume. We saw Bort like once when we saw Bort once with Zircon at the beginning when Phos came back, but we have not seen Bort since then. And I feel like that's intentional. If Phos takes Diamond to the moon and Diamond at this point is like, I just don't want to exist anymore, and they grind Diamond up, oh my God. None of what Phos is doing seems like it's going to lead to good things. None of it seems like it's going to lead to good things. And I don't like where this is headed. So that's great. Oh my God. So yeah. So anyway, I'm excited. My dogs want my attention. I'm excited to hear your comments down below. I am floored by this volume. I'm so floored by Phos's decisions, by how this volume broke Phos and then made Phos double down on the worst things. It doesn't feel like it's Phos anymore. And I feel like Cinnabar realizes that. I feel like Cinnabar realizes that it's not Phos anymore. But Cinnabar doesn't want to say it. Because Cinnabar's like, I'm not going to say the obvious that you're not Phos anymore. That you're now more of everything else. Lapis Lazuli, the alloy, the agonite. Like, you're not Phos anymore. And I think Euclase has gotten to that realization as well. So I just feel like whatever Phos is doing now is not going to work out at all, because it's like you didn't get all the gemstones like you told Prince you would. You only got like half. KONGO's still not going to go because he's still going to have the other gemstones. Like, what are you doing? If Phos ends up getting those other gemstones ground up and then goes back, then Phos has become like the villain of the story, which is so insane to me. Okay. Well, I'm not going to assume anything more because we still have to see where the story goes, but in any case, I hope you all have a wonderful week. Please stay safe, take care, and yeah, I'm definitely going to be back very soon with Volume 9 of Land of the Lustrous. Bye.